are a needs-led service, and that isn't just lip service. We actually build our service around the people that use it. If you imagine that you one day decided that you just couldn't live with the abuse you were suffering anymore, and you decided that you needed to get away, and you literally that day walked out of your front door with the clothes you were wearing and ended up in a refuge somewhere a long, long way away. You're cut off from friends, from family, from schools, from jobs. You lose everything when you come into a refuge. So for us, it's about helping those people rebuild their lives from scratch. We set up this refuge that we're in today in the pandemic, and I was worried that there were just going to be so many victims trapped with their abusers. Surrey County Council very kindly gave us this building, and we set this up literally within 3 weeks. And we were all looking at the different areas, thinking, we should kind of have a part of this history, and we decided to name each of the different areas after women that we admired. So my area was Maya Angelou. We've got Greta Thunberg. My favourite actually is Beyonce. I would just love to say I live in Beyonce. I just think that's so cool. This organisation is about strong women, and so it was important for us to identify strong women, and I hope that's inspirational for the women that live here. I think it is. I really still believe we should have had a Dolly Parton wing though.
Just been into a woman who's left this morning, and she's left a note on the bed, and it says, "Refuge is not just a place to flee to. It has been a place to recover and heal, a place to get help and support, and a place to plan a new life. When I first came, I couldn't see any future, but slowly over the weeks, I have had so much help and support. I am learning new ways to live. I now have a chance of starting again." Oh. Isn't it lovely?
Oh, it's really gorgeous.
It's really lovely, and for that next woman coming in, I think that would be really nice.
It's a really powerful message, isn't it?
It is.
Life for me before I came to the refuge was complete and utter hell. I was controlled with everything that I did. I felt like I was suffocating. I got to the point where I didn't want to be alive anymore. And I was at breaking point. We were both furloughed from our jobs, so we were together 24/7. And that became an opportunity for him to be even more controlling. So he would be watching me all the time, everything I did. He would control everything. There was a point where he wouldn't even let me go in the garden. I wasn't allowed to leave the house. I wasn't allowed to go out and get any shopping. I never had any space at all. Wherever I went, he would be right there. His drinking got completely out of control. It became unbearable. The trigger for me when I finally realised that I needed to get out, and I needed to get out now, was one night, early in the morning. He'd been drinking and he'd got angry over something, and he wanted to see my phone, and I refused to show him. So it escalated, and then he punched me in the face. We left at 1:30 in the morning in our pyjamas.
It was an ITV newsreel, the lady talking about how she'd fled to a refuge and the person running the refuge, and how the situation in lockdown was getting worse because people were in their houses with their abusers. And I thought, oh my God, that's me. That's me. So, yeah, I needed to get out. I rang Women's Aid and they literally led it from there. I felt like somebody had removed a rucksack full of bricks off my back. It was just, okay, we're going to be okay. Sophie met us at the door and with open arms, just gave us a big hug. And I just felt like I could collapse. It was great. I thought, you know, these angels have got our backs. It was fantastic.
Remember how it felt when you came in?
Yes.
I'll show you
Gosh.
one of the rooms now.
Oh, gosh, it hasn't changed a bit.
How's it feel coming back into the room?
Emotional, homely. It will always be a special place.
Yeah.
And it's the place where I grew and was allowed to get on with my life. I could shut the door. It was my little room, my little space. And I could just think.
Just to be able to breathe.
Just to be able to relax and breathe and take things at my own pace. I feel like I've come a long way. Just in the 6 months I was here, I've come a long way. I mean, the first month was a bit overwhelming, but you just have to not sweat the big stuff and just go with the flow. Finding myself again has been great, and they help you with that here as well. They don't tell you what you need to do. You ask them, or they can advise you, but they literally, it's you that has to have the questions and the answers. So they bring it out of you. So you lead the way in what you want, because it is your life.
I look back at my time at the Refuge as the best time of my life. I've met such amazing people. I've been helped so much, been given my confidence back. Because before you're here, you don't have your freedom, you don't have any control, you don't have any say over your life. Everything is taken away from you. Even simple things like how you can have your hair. You know, if you're wearing makeup, you know, having a bath. As soon as you walk through them doors, everything that happens is down to you. It's your choice. They give you all these choices and they give you the help and they back you up and they give you the support that you need. So yeah, this is the start of your new life.
It is so important to remember we're not the heroes in this. The people that are using the service are the heroes in this story, and actually that's why it's important that the name reflects their journey and their choice to choose freedom. So I Choose Freedom is the victim themselves making that active choice to choose freedom. From the moment they make that first phone call to come into one of our refuges, they're actually saying, I choose freedom. And they may not even realise it at that time that that's what they're doing, but they, I hope, will look back on it and know that that is what they did the day they picked up the phone, that they chose freedom.
I Choose Freedom resonated with all of us as the staff team because it's about the ethos of who we are. It's, you know, the reason we all get up in the morning is to provide our victims with that freedom, and it just felt right. They do leave being a survivor, and actually the whole part of that is enabling them to make choices and have the choices and have that freedom that they haven't had whilst being in that abusive relationship. And that might be even simple things such as what they choose to wear that day or who they choose to speak to. And it's a journey that encompasses a victim's choices, and at the end of that enables them to be a survivor with the freedom that they deserve.
Freedom to me is everything. I can do what I want, when I want. I haven't got to ask anyone's permission. I can make my own decisions. Coming here, it gives you back. So yeah, I'm me now, I'm me again. Yeah, I lost her a long time ago, but she's back. And I'm more confident and I feel a lot happier with myself now. Because, yeah, I'm me.
You do choose your own freedom. There have been days when I've just cried, but I've chosen my freedom. I'm taking my freedom back. I'm finding me again.